You ever have those moments where you tell yourself, everything happens for a reason. If it was meant to be, it would be. I feel like the older I get, the more I understand those sayings, the more I can relate to them. Just the meaning makes me think there has to be a plan for myself on this rock. Someone or something out there, up there, has written my life's script, possibly editing as they go, and I'm just playing the role of me. The older I get, the more I start to notice I don't get my hopes up as high as my younger self did. Nowadays, when I'm looking forward to something exciting and it doesn't happen as planned, I just think to myself, oh well, and I move on with life. When really my younger self in me is saying, what? You were really looking forward to that? Get mad, frustrated, show your emotions. You are human. Well, something I was excited for was that job offer. Turns out, management changed their minds. I didn't get that job. I was really excited about it. Living in this van while being paid to drive around and do a job sounded awesome. But with that change in plans, I had to change the build in the van too. If you notice in this video, I had to take out the whole bed build I did, making room for my plan B, freight transporting. Now, I'll just be inflating and deflating a bed to sleep on, making way for pallets. But hey, changes happen. The unexpected just happens. Just part of life. It's how you adjust to those changes. How you adjust your mindset to move on. For dinner, ravioli and SpaghettiOs in the can. 2-burner stove that I got a while ago. It's actually working out pretty good. I'm actually realizing how fast gas cooks compared to electric. So now I'm basically contemplating, should I switch to like a gas stove instead of an electric stove at my house? Apparently one canister should be able to cook for at least an hour. It's starting to look like a lot in here, but I'm really hungry and I've been driving for the past, I don't even know, maybe 4 hours now, maybe. That seems like it's pretty good. Right in the back of the van at a QT gas station stop here. I have some rotisserie chicken and some type of hamburger helper or chicken helper type of meal thing from Walmart. I could have done that, but I feel like that's going to take a lot of time compared to just popping a can of ravioli up and putting that on the burner. Look, it's like bubbling. I'm telling you, cooking with propane is actually pretty impressive. I was about to just pop this can open and just straight eat it. And I really didn't feel like breaking out this stove, because with this stove, you gotta break it down. Like, you gotta break down the top crate, close up the top cover, take off the propane and the propane arm. I don't like to do all that. This does seem like a lot of ravioli. Right now, what is the time? I think it's like 10:30, maybe 11 p.m. I'm getting tired. We might have to just hunker down here somewhere. I'm not sure if QT has allowed overnight parking. Oh, I just saw a cop. I just saw a cop parked. We're gonna have to do this quick, because this... Oh, he's parked right facing me too. He is facing me too. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Oh my gosh, I think he's getting closer. Okay, we're gonna have to hurry up with this. Ooh, that's a lot better than cold. Oh yeah. So what I use to clean my pots and utensils, I found these disinfecting wipes, bleach free, because you know that's important. You don't want to taste bleach in your food. You know, wipe down, you know, with a little bit of water in my jug over there. Just wipe them down, and they come out pretty clean. That's pretty much all I do for cooking wise. I just break that little stove out and start cooking with a little flame. So far I've just been doing like little canned foods, ravioli for the most part, and it's not bad, especially when it's cold outside. Hot ravioli, it makes a difference. Yeah. Alright, so I don't know if y'all can see that clearly or not. Does that look clearer? I'm not sure how to zoom in on a GoPro yet. It should be easy, right? Yeah, if you can see that. I'm driving right now, and all of a sudden my eyes are starting to get like really... Here, let me put some more light. So my eyes are like starting to get really heavy. One of the things I realized on the road is Cracker Barrels, usually all of them, they allow overnight parking for free. I've just been staying at a bunch of Cracker Barrels for the past week. I looked it up on RV Parky. It's along the way on the way home. Looks like we have some RVs over here. I think I see like 3 RVs over here, so that's telling me that they definitely allow overnight parking here. And it's between 2 hotels, and really nice looking hotels too. Hyatt Place, and I don't know what they are over there, but it's 2 nice hotels, so it seems like it's a nice area. It looks like it's a business park over here, kind of. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and get all this stuff, get my bedding ready, get the whole area ready to sleep in, and I'm going to call it a night. It's starting to get hot in here too. Oh, good morning, or maybe good afternoon, I guess. I kind of just slept on in. I don't know, for the first time in about 2 weeks, I slept in. It's weird. I'm usually waking up around 6 doing this, but today I slept until maybe 1, I think. That's when you know you're at a Cracker Barrel, is when the parking lot starts to fill up, even the back parking spaces. Let me get up out of here. It's starting to get hot in this van. Cold all night, hot during the day. It's starting to feel like a desert effect in America. America. All right. So let me get a tour of the setup I got going on in this cargo van, Sprinter van. I call them Sprinter vans. It's a Ford Transit, but I call it a Sprinter van. Alright, so as you can see, I got my fridge right there. That fridge has actually been doing pretty good. I mean, that thing has been sipping power the entire trip. I mean, when thing turns on, it's on eco mode right now. I have it set to 43. When that thing needs to cool down the fridge, like it's the temperature's getting a little warm and it needs to cool it back down, that thing shows on the meter about 2 watts it uses. And it uses 2 to 3 watts for about maybe a minute or two, and then it turns off again. 0 watts. It doesn't use any power. That's it. This will be the area where, I use to sleep, I sleep with. Again, a lot more light so you can see. I just basically have a blow-up mattress, and I put a comfort over that, and I have my pillows here, and then I have just 2 really thick comforters that do keep me warm in some really cold temperatures. So far it's gotten to about 40 degrees in this entire van, and these things have done pretty good. I mean, I can't say that it doesn't get cold in here at all, but I don't get cold in here at all, but I do still get cold. But I survive with this. So the power I have here set up, I have a 200 amp hour battery from Zooms, which is now called, I think, Redo or Redo, something like that now on Amazon. I have a 40 amp DC to DC controller, battery charger. That basically just connects to the battery that is actually under the driver's seat, and it does pretty good. On the battery monitor, it shows that it pulls in about 35 watts. It doesn't actually pull in 40, but it's about 35 watts. And it charges this thing up pretty well. For the most part, I'm just using my lights, the fridge, and sometimes the inverter for my CPAP machine, and charging my laptop, and also blowing up the air mattress. But this thing charges, that battery charger charges up this battery very quickly. And because this battery has a overcharge protection, I noticed that it turns off when it's done charging pretty quickly. So it does charge pretty fast. Yeah, I pretty much did a little do-it-yourself wild little configuration here. I know I gotta clean this up a little bit, but it's workable. Basically, for now, it's workable. See, over here, this is the fuse or A&L fuse I have. I believe that's 50 amps, 40 amp DC to DC controller, 1200 watt power inverter. I have my fuse block over there. That's my power shunt that lets me monitor the power that's in the battery and how much power is being used. That up there, again, that's, you know, just clothes. I put my dishes and utensils and potware in there. That fan, it was a good idea until it got in the way. Right now, it is the end of October. Don't really need that fan. It's too cold. So let me show you what I mean with this battery meter. All right, so this is a Renogy battery meter. Gosh, I do not miss the bugs. I'm back home and I'm already getting like bitten up here for some reason. Couldn't. Now, see the 2 watts? That's the fridge running right now. This fridge uses nothing but 2 watts, 0.19 amps. So what my understanding is, this battery meter is not accurate and this percentage is not accurate, but the time and the wattage and usage seems to be the only accurate thing here. So this wattage gets up to 14.6, which is supposed to be the charge current that goes into the battery. And I'm assuming that's how much the charge the battery has when it's at full. When I installed this battery, it was at 13.6. Keep in mind, it's been sitting for the past about a year. I've been procrastinating installing it and finally installed it, and it was at 13.6. Oh, 13.6. Yeah, basically the fridge is running, that's the only thing on right now, and it's running at 2 watts. It's taking 2 watts on eco mode. But it's saying I basically have 99 hours if it was just a fridge running on that, and it has 13.6 watts, 13.6 volts of power. Well, from this trip, I basically have learned a lot on what I need to do for living in a van or my bus. That whole thing about where they say just go ahead and do it, live in a van or bus, you know, see what you need, what you don't need. It's true. It's true. For example, I brought a hamper. I don't think I really need this hamper, but it has all my dirty clothes in it now. I brought my toolbox, which is over there. That is completely using wasted space. Need to not bring that anymore. I got a bunch of other stuff that is just wasting space. Also, the TV. I thought I would have watched TV in here. You know, signal waves over the air, free signal, free TV, instead of, you know, downloading or streaming something. I thought I would have used that. Apparently not. Apparently not. Trying to get that thing set up every single time. It's annoying. I have that foldable table right there. It's useful. It's useful. If you have a chair. You need somewhere to sit in your vehicle. That's something I didn't really think about when I did all of this. I didn't think about where to sit. I just thought about a stand for stuff and lying down. I mean, you think, yeah, maybe I could probably just sit up front in the seats, but no, that's kind of annoying. And the seats don't swivel, so I'm always going to be sitting forward, and there's not really much space up there to begin with or without the steering wheel. See, like right now the fridge is on. You can barely hear it. That thing is very quiet and very efficient. Up front, this is kind of my storage area here. I put all my comforters and my pillows up here, and some things up here I'm realizing I didn't really need. This little ring light, I was going to use that as a light. Didn't really need that after all, so leave that home next trip. Brought my iPad. Did not use this for the entire trip. Weeks. Let's let's see, I brought my propane heater. Didn't use this after all. This made me nervous because in the back, there is no windows. It's just a front area here that has windows. And I have this curtain up there that I close at night. So even if I crack the windows, this is not going to have that much fresh air coming into the back. So that made me nervous to have a propane flame going. Yeah, your boy just didn't want to suffocate. So yeah. I also brought this, my Roku player, Roku stick. Did not need that. I'm not really sure why I thought I would bring that, because I mean, only data I had would be on my phone, and that would have used up a lot of data. I'm not really sure what the plan was going to be on that.